Hey everyone, Rich Curtis from Newmark here, and today we're going to take an exclusive look at the world's most popular and most affordable DJ controller yet, the Mixtrack Pro 3. The Mixtrack Pro 3 is great for anybody, whether it be beginners, pros, or someone who's looking to get into the Serato DJ software for a very low price. The Mixtrack Pro 3 has a lot new features that we've added from the Mixtrack Pro 2, those being an all sleek new design. It's all black, looks really nice. And we also have a couple of brand new metal platters with LED rings around the top. You'll also see we move the pads from the top of the unit to the bottom, so that way you can avoid unwanted platter hits. And we added in our strip search, so that way you can search tracks or tweak effects on the fly. We have some pitch sliders here, and the pitch sliders are now 100 millimeters, and you can use those to beat match your tracks. And if that wasn't enough, we added in a dedicated filter knob for each channel, so you can use that for your rises and drops and transitions. Okay, so now that we've went over some of the features, let's dig in. So first thing you want to do is make sure your Mixtrack Pro 3 is connected to your computer using the provided USB cable, and you've opened Serato DJ Intro. First, we're going to use the browser knob, and we're going to spin that, and we can use that to select whichever track we want to play. Now, if we're not in the right crate and we wanted to go back, we can just hold Shift, and we can press the button down, and now we can select the correct crate, and then from there press the button and select the track. When we found the track we wanted, we can go ahead and press the load button, and we have two load buttons, one for the left deck, one for the right deck, or decks 1 and 2. And so what we did is we pressed load 1, we loaded that track over to the left deck, and from here we can go ahead and play the track back using transport controls. Now you have a few controls in here in our transport section. We have our typical play pause. We also have a cue button, and the cue button is very useful if you wanted to start the track right from the beginning. And what you can do is you can hold the cue down and it will start to play the track back. And then when you feel that everything's matched, or if you're listening to this through your monitor, from there you can go ahead and press play pause and the track will continue to play through its entirety. We also have a sync button, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. Over to the metal platters, we have really nice all metal platters now, and they do a lot of different functions. The center is scratch, just like you might be familiar with, and the outside is nudge. I can go ahead and shuttle with the outside ring. Okay? Now there's a few other functions you can use the wheel for as well. I can go ahead and press this wheel button and turn it off, and now the whole platter acts as a nudge. Great for those house musicians, someone who wants to mix house or something that might not be scratch related. From there we can do a few other things. We can also set our loop regions and things with the wheel, which we'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's move over to the mixer. In the center we have a 2-channel mixer here, and we have our basic controls like our 3-band equalizer. So we have our treble, we have our mids, and our bass. Pretty self-explanatory. But the cool thing about the Mixtrack Pro 3, and which is an exclusive to the Mixtrack that you won't find in our competition, is the filter knob. The filter knob is essentially a high-pass and low-pass filter built into one knob. And this is going to help me with rises, transitions, and so many different things. Take a listen. And then we have low pass to the left. High pass and low pass. Really, really fun. And you're going to get one of those on each track. Now here we have our cue listen. So we can turn these buttons on, our headphone, little lit headphone buttons, and this is going to give us our cue. So whichever one of these buttons are on is going to route that audio through our provided headphone jacks in the front. We actually have a 1/4 inch and an 1/8 inch in the front, and that's going to route that through there. So that's how you do that. Now in the center strip here, this is our main control strip. Okay, so from here, you have a master gain, which is our master volume. We also have a cue mix, which is going to decide, do I want to listen to the right deck or the left deck through my headphones at that time? And we have a cue gain, which is basically your headphone volume. And let me tell you, you get a lot of volume out of this little guy. So if you like it loud, this is the piece for you. Okay, moving on, let's talk about these pads. These pads are absolutely fantastic, and we can do a lot of different things. One of the things we can do with this is be able to set a loop. So all we're going to do is we're going to hold our pad mode button, and we're going to select manual loop here, which you can see it's silk screened right above the pad. I go ahead and hit manual loop, and I can set a loop anywhere in the track. I press the first pad to set it in, and the second pad to set it out. And it's that simple. Now we have looping going on inside Serato, and at any point I can go ahead and remove or turn on that loop with this button right here. We also have the ability to do half time and double time, or multiply or divide that loop by using this button here. Another mode we have is we can hold pad mode, we can go into auto loop mode, which is really fun and great for performance-based things. It's also great if you don't want to think about where the loop's going to be. And we have a few different regions here. We can go a 16th, 30 seconds, and so on. And we press it to turn it on and press it to turn it off. And the third pad mode we have here is the sampler mode. So from here I can hold my pad mode button down, select sampler, and now I can add my own samples in right over the currently playing track on that deck. So now let's talk about beat matching. The MixTrack Pro 3 comes with two long throw 100mm pitch sliders on here. And this makes it really easy to be able to match two beats together. So first, let's go ahead and place something back on our first deck. Okay. And next we're gonna go ahead and place something back on our second deck. And you can hear it's a total train wreck. But all we have to do is use these pitch sliders, use our ears, and we can go ahead and slide this up right into time. Just like that. It's real simple. Now we also have another method that we can use to sync, and that's using these built-in sync buttons here. What you do is you press play on a deck that you'd like to start playing back, and whatever deck you're going to sync first will be your master deck. That's going to be the deck that's going to set the main tempo for the other track. So we're going to go ahead and press play on our other deck. You can hear they're way out of sync. And to sync them up, all I'm going to do is hit sync on the master deck and then double tap sync on the slave deck. And you're going to see those will be linked right up together. Just like that. Next, you'll see on the top here we have our strip search. And the strip search is going to allow us to search through a track very easily. So as you can see, when I touch this at first, nothing happens. And that's as a protection for you. If you're playing live, you don't want to accidentally hit this and skip through your track. Nobody wants that. What you want to do is you want to be able to hold shift, and this will actually help you skip right through your track. Let's see what that sounds like. And what's cool is Serato DJ is actually going to automatically bump you to the first beat in that measure, so it's never going to sound like it's coming in off time. You can even use that while you're synced as well. Now, some other functions that this does is effects. So you can see we have 3 effects buttons right here. And we can preset those effects in the Serato DJ software under DJ Effects. You click this little tab. It's going to open up and you'll see all of my effects are set right there. From here, if I want to enable effect, I just press the effects button on and engage my parameter. Reverb. Some flanger and phaser, as well as some echo. Okay? Now we can use this beat knob to actually change the time division of those things. So let's say I wanted my echo to go on longer or wanted my delay to change a different, tap time. I can either use my built-in tap tempo or my beats knob to do that. So on the mixer down here at the bottom, you're going to see we have a couple of nice channel faders here, as well as a high-quality crossfader. Like I said earlier, we also have a built-in VU meter here, which is a 5-stage VU, so you can make sure you're not clipping and that you're only sending clean signal out to the house. And as always, we added in the 1/4-inch microphone input on the front with its own dedicated gain. So that's a quick look at the MixTrack Pro 3. A couple things that are included in the box that we didn't mention are expansion packs. So it comes with a Tool Room Records expansion pack, which is going to give you a ton of very high quality audio stems. So you can use those and mix those in with your current productions. And it's also going to come with a ton of prime loop samples. Everything from drums, loops, voices, everything. It's a $200 value. It comes in the box absolutely free. Now, if you're having cold feet about Serato, head on over to Newmark.com and download our 14-day trial of Serato DJ absolutely free. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And if you like what you saw in this video, don't be afraid to comment below. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you soon.